Hello, my name is William Passanha. I am a student of Parle Tilak Vidyalaya ICSE School, 4th standard. My hobbies are playing cricket, reading books, and playing football. Thank you, Explore Kids World, for giving me this opportunity to read for your channel. I am going to read a book called After 3 Days. Now I will tell you the story. Fred was a rich man. His business was going very well, and he would come back with gifts for his whole family every day. He was very intelligent, and people all came to him for advice. His friends were all very fond of him. His family too was very pleased with him. Every day, when he got back from work, his children would all gather around him, and together they would have lots of fun. One night, after Fred and his family had gone off to sleep, he heard some noise coming from the drawing room. He first thought that perhaps one of his children had gotten up, and therefore he came out to check if everything was all right. But he was soon shocked to see that the noise was being made by 2 burglars who were robbing him of all his money and precious things. Fred knew that he had to do something. As the thieves went into another room, Fred ran out of his house to get help. As he was running along in the middle of the night, he saw a gypsy fortune teller sitting outside her tent. Fred decided to ask the fortune teller about his fate. That would help him in taking some decisions. So he quickly went over to the fortune teller and told her about what was happening in the house. Fred asked, "Please tell me something. If I were to go after the thieves myself, would I be able to defeat them?" The fortune teller replied, "I cannot tell anything about the future unless I look into my crystal ball." Without wasting any more time, Fred went inside the fortune teller's tent, and together they started staring into the crystal ball. The fortune teller kept rubbing her hands all over the ball and closed her eyes. She first said, "It would be a very bad idea for you to try and fight the thieves yourselves today. But I see that if you were to fight with these thieves 3 days later, then nothing will happen to you and you should be able to get all your things back." Fred was very happy on hearing that news. All he would have to do now was wait for another 3 days before he could surprise the thieves himself and stop them from stealing all his things. But even a month after that incident, Fred could not find those thieves anywhere. He always had a frown on his face because he could never get his money and things back from the thieves. One day, when a friend of his asked him why he was always so sad, Fred told him the whole story. The man started laughing and replied, "So, even though you could get out of the house, you decided to go to a fortune teller instead of the police. Wouldn't it have been better if you had just called the police and gotten the thieves caught on that very day?" Fred realized how foolish he had been. He never again told the story to anyone. What's the moral of the story? Look before you leap. Thank you.